was in Peoria, right tonight. Oh gee, I miss the Goyas in Peoria tonight. Oh gee, you can always pick a morning Gloria right off the sidewalks of sweet Peoria.
Welcome to Vaudeville Kids. We have a very special episode going on for you tonight. You never know what's going to happen. There's spooks and kids running around.
You forgot your ride!
We don't know what's going to happen. We've got stories and songs and tales and poems all here fun tonight, all for Halloween. So sit back and relax and enjoy Vaudeville Kids.
It's time for Sing-a-Pella, and this week we're singing all of your Disney villain favorites. So a personality flaw gives me adequate cause. Yet I have to give you credit from the start for getting here from the outside. But can't you see I made myself a work of art? I'll never hide, I can't, I'm too shiny. Watch me dazzle like a diamond in the rough. Strike my stuff is so shiny. Send your armies, but they'll never be enough. My shell's too tough, Maui man. You can try. Can't expect a demigod to beat a decapod. Look it up. You will die. Now it's time for me to take apart your aching heart. Whoa, the sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air. 'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair. It's much more fun, I must confess, with lives on the line. Not mine, of course, but yours, little boy. Now that'd be just fine.
So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam. Meticulous planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial is simply why I'll be king undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared.
Never smile at a crocodile. No, you can't get friendly with the crocodile. Don't be taken by his welcome grin. He's imagining how well you fit his skin. Never smile at a crocodile. Never tip your hat and stop to talk a while. Never walk one away. Say goodnight, have a good day. Near the island, never smile at Mr. Crocodile. Now I'm the king of the swingers. Whoa. The jungle VIP. Whoa. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. Whoa. I wanna be a man coach. Roll right into town. Whoa. And be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, be-doo. I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you. Talk like you too. You see it's true. Ain't like me. Can learn to be human too.
It's time to take some action, boys. It's time
to follow me.
Say a prayer that we're there at the drawbridge of a castle, and there's something truly terrible inside. It's a beast, he's got fangs, razor sharp ones, massive paws, killer claws for the beast. Watch him roar, see him fall, but we're not coming home till he's dead.
Till the beast! And now it's time for the Vaudeville Kids Joke Barrel.
What's a ghost's favorite dessert? Blueberries and ice cream.
What's a ghost's favorite bedtime story? Little Boo Peep.
What mistakes do ghosts make? Boo-boos.
What did the wizard say to the twin witches? Which witch is which?
What does a ghost do when he gets in the car? He puts his sheet belt on. Why are vampires so unpopular? They're a pain in the neck.
Who did the monster take to the Halloween dance? His ghoul friend.
What bear likes to go around scaring other people? Winnie the Pooh.
What game do young ghosts love? Hide and shriek.
What do ghosts use to wash their hair? Shampoo. What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman? Frostbite.
You can submit your own jokes to be a part of our joke barrel. You can do that at vaudevillekids@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. Tune in next time and maybe your joke will make it on our show.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I was in Peoria, right tonight.
I'm Tim Sowers of LD Ford. Now more than ever, we want to make your sales and service experience here the best ever. That's a promise from our family to yours. We are sanitizing, cleaning, disinfecting all day, every day. Your safety is our #1 priority. We are all working hard to find you the right vehicle at the right price. A lot has changed, but not Velde Ford's commitment to making your experience the best. Because now, more than ever, taking great care of you means everything.
Nurses are a front line of protection in nursing homes, whether in a crisis or daily care.
The problem is we need more of them. There are not enough nurses in nursing homes.
Understaffing. A shortage of nurses saves company money and costs residents. Injuries happen when residents get less care.
Call Parker & Parker when it happens to your family.
Though challenges surround us, life still goes on, and we know brighter days are right around the corner. That is why Velde Cadillac is here for you to safely buy or service a vehicle. And we'll make your days even brighter with these incentives. 0.9% APR for 72 months plus $1,500, and we'll defer your payments for 120 days on most Cadillac SUVs. Velde Cadillac in Pekin, taking care of our customers online as well as safely in the dealership.
And now we're going to spotlight some of our stage kids, bringing favorite storybook characters to life. From the musical Into the Woods, we have Emmy doing And I Know Things Now, and then Jack doing Giants in the Sky.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And it made me feel excited, well excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well excited and scared, but he drew me close and he swallowed me down, dark, slimy path where lie secrets and I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we laid in the dark till you came and set us free, and you brought us to the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you weigh up high and you look below at the world you've left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you weigh up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, and the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you never dare, 'cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between, and you're back again, only different than before. Not till the sky. Only just when you made a friend and all, and you know she's big but you don't feel small, someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you miss all the things you know in the world you've left and which you own. The fun is done. You steal what you can and run, and you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between, and you're back again, only different than before. Off to the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
It's Vaudeville Kids poem time.
I wouldn't live in a haunted house. It's something I just wouldn't do. Not in a creepy old haunted house. Not by myself or even with you. There's ghosties that hide in the shadows, spiders spinning webs down the walls, things that go bumpity in the night, and footsteps stomping down the halls. Voices that whisper when nobody's there. And shadows abound in the nighttime. And just when you think the ghosts have moved out, they return for some serious fright time. They'll give you a poke on the back of your neck, or something unseen tugs your hair. But no, right when you turn around, nothing will be there. I wouldn't live in a haunted house, but on the last night of October, I might drop in for a little visit and bring all my candy right over. And when the sun goes down at the edge of town and the moon rises a glorious yellow, there's something in Halloween's mellow time that makes all the ghosties quite mellow. The little ones come in costumes galore. A haunted house might be quite dandy. When you and I, love, are sitting on our haunted front porch and we together are passing out candy.
Against the black void looms the lunar sphere. Hungry ghosts haunt, satisfied by fright. Oh my, the children's faces blanch in fear, and thus the small summit embodies white. Dwindle do the autumn leaves to the ground. From the fire the cold meets its warm demise. Halloween's favorite gourd carved and round, and thus in the middle is where the orange lies. Farms and tractor-pulled rides, hay is handy. The black cat's eerie eyes gleam from its face. The vegetable tastes not like the candy, and thus makes yellow to form the base. Orange, yellow, and white come together and make something sweet. Enjoy some candy corn, Halloween's treat.
There's nothing like a great spooky tale around Halloween.
There once was a woman who was very cheerful, though she had little to make her so. for she was old and poor and lonely. She lived in a little bit of a cottage and earned a scant living by running errands for her neighbors, grabbing a bite here and a sup there as a reward for her services. So she made shift to get on and always looked as spry and as cheerful as if she had not a want in the world. Now, one summer evening, as she was trotting along the high road, full of smiles as ever, to her hovel, what should she come across but a black pot in the ditch? So, oh, goodness me! This would be just the thing for me if only I had something to put in it. But I haven't. Now who could have left this here? The old woman looked around, suspecting that the owner would not be too far off, but she could see nobody. Well, I mean, perhaps it has a hole in it, and that's why it's been cast away. You know, I think I'll take this home with me. It would do plenty fine to put a flower in it. And with that, the old woman lifted the lid to, oh my goodness, she cried, if it isn't full of gold coins. And then the old woman began saying, well, looks, I do feel rich. I feel awful rich. And with that, the old woman wondered how she was going to get her treasure home. Why, it was far too heavy to carry, so she could see no better way than to tie it to the end of her shawl and drag it behind her like a go-kart. And then she began saying, it'll soon be dark. Oh, all the better. The neighbors will not see what I'm bringing home, and I shall have all night to wonder what I'll do with my treasure. Perhaps I'll buy a grand house and sit by the fireplace with my cup of tea and do nothing like a queen. Ooh, or maybe I'll bury it in the garden foot and save a little for the china teapot. Ooh, or maybe, goody, I feel so grand I don't even know myself. And with that, the woman trotted along, planning about how she would spend her money. The lady then grew tiresome, so she stopped. She rested, and then she turned back to her treasure, only to find out that it wasn't gold she was carrying. It was a lump of silver. Well, I never, she said to herself again. And I thought it was a pot of gold. I must have been dreaming. But this is luck. Silver is much easier to mine, and probably won't be stolen. Now, what could I do with this silver? The lady wondered how she would spend her money, and then she trotted along as usual, and she grew tiresome yet again, so she stopped, she rested, and she checked on her treasure. Well, I never! Silly me, and I thought it was a lump of silver. It's nothing but a lump of iron. I must have been dreaming. But this is luck. I can get penny pieces for iron, and penny pieces are a deal handier for me than your gold or your silver. And I can sell these penny pieces to be real rich, rolling rich. And with that, the lady trotted on, thinking about how she would spend her penny pieces, only then to grow tired. She stopped, she rested, and she looked at her treasure. Well, I never! And to think, I thought it was a lump of iron. It's nothing but a stone, but this is luck. Why, I've been needing a new stone to hold open my gate. And with that, the old lady rushed to her hovel, swung open the gate, and she could see very clearly in the moonlight that, certainly, it was a stone. The old lady lifted her shawl, and then, oh my, the rock jumped and squealed, and in 1 second was as big as a haystack. And then it grew 4 long limbs, sprouted 2 sharp ears, and nourished a great long tail. The creature then romped off, laughing and giggling and squealing like a naughty, mischievous little boy. The old lady watched the creature until it was far off into the distance, and then she began laughing too. Well, to think that I got to meet the bogey beast? Oh, and I felt so free with it too. My goodness. Why, I feel so grand and so uplifted. So that night, the old lady went into her cottage and giggled about her good luck. Thank you. And that's our Halloween special. We thank you so much for joining us for Vaudeville Kids this episode. We can't wait to see you next time in November with Lots of themed Thanksgiving things going on. We want to thank all of our Vaudeville kids who were involved tonight, all of our sponsors, and especially you out there, our audience. Thank you so much, and remember to share this with all of your friends and family. And if you want more information about Nitsch Theatre Arts and its programs, go to nitschtheatrearts.org. See you next time.
The gates are open wide. I know it all ends tomorrow, so it has to be today. Go hockey, Leah,
We read the wind and the sky when the sun is high.
The stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Over any land and across the sea. Oh, no matter where we are, look up at the stars. We're never very far.
Oh, how I wish I was in Peoria. In Peoria, right tonight. Oh, gee, I miss the Goyers in Peoria. In Peoria, tonight. Oh, gee, you can always pick a morning gloria right off the sidewalks of sweet